Hi guys, thank you so much for clicking on my video today. If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, thank you for stopping by. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, thank you for coming back. It really means a lot. So let me just get my little kitty cat out of the way. Down you go. Down you go. No, go down. Sorry for that distraction. So in today's video, I'll be checking in for the first week of September. So let's get started. I figured out actually, I was driving the other day and it just clicked with me why in August I was showing as being in such a big deficit. That is because I didn't account for me bringing in the £400 for my living expenses. I hadn't actually shown anywhere in my budget that I'd bought that money in. So that I think is one of the main reasons why I was showing as such a big deficit. So the first thing I figured out, and then I was trying to remember it until I got home so I could and then as soon as I parked, I got my phone and I quickly made a note on the notes app to remind myself. So the first thing I need to account for as an income, and that is on the 4th, was me bringing in that £400 into my living expenses binder, into this binder, from the savings that I've been doing over the past few months. And obviously going forward, once I get my student loan in October, that'll be coming in then from my student loan. I also need to record down the cash envelope money as coming into my budget. So that was £110. And then I also got, actually on the end of August, which I completely forgot to log anywhere, was £40 from my nan. Each of us she pays for my phone, both of my cousins' phones, so she just gives me the £40 equivalent, which I've told her time and time again she does not need to, but she still insists on doing it, so I'm very grateful for that. My last income of the week was on the 5th, and that was £201.83, and that was the holiday that I was owed from my weekly job after they terminated my employment. So I'm still waiting to hear about any redundancy pay, so I will chase that tomorrow on Monday. Now I'm just going to write down when I stuffed my cash envelopes. So I stuffed £155 on the 4th, and that was for my £100 into my 3 living envelopes, and then 55 into my cash envelopes, but they're all cash envelopes, so I'm going to move out from saying living envelopes and cash envelopes. And then I also stuffed £40 into my hair and nails cash envelope from the £40 that my nan does send to me. Moving on now to bills. On the 5th, I did pay my Specsavers, so that was £18. On the 7th, Audible came out, which was £7.99. And then the last bill was on the 9th, and that's a new bill. That is my house insurance for £4.95. So my mum has, obviously, if you've watched my previous videos, my mum has moved out. So she's moved in with her fiance, which is lovely. So I've now taken over everything in the house. So I've obviously had to take out all of my own bills and everything that I need. So £4.95 was the first payment of the house insurance, and then I think every month it's £4.80 something, so it's slightly less, so that is good. Moving on now to my many spends. This week was a very, very heavy spending week, but I did stick within my budget. But my cash envelopes are pretty much empty, but that is okay. So on the 6th, I did spend £10 from my household budget, stocked up on a few things I needed. I also spent £68.08 from my food envelope. I spent £10 from my spending envelope. I spent £5 from my miscellaneous envelope. Hello Marmalade. And £5 from my clothes envelope. Yeah, so I had to do some clothes washing. So I took £5 from miscellaneous and clothes to use the tumble dryers in the laundrette. On the 8th, I spent £20 from the cats envelope, and I stocked them up on food and everything they needed. I also put £15 in my petrol envelope, and I have to say it didn't make much of a dent, and by the time I'd driven home, it pretty much looked like the needle was right back down to where it was before I put that £15 in. But on the way to the office tomorrow or on the way home, I'll put some more money in. I spent £9.49 from my books envelope. That was just one book. I spent £4.09 from my eating out envelope. I did get something to eat while I was out. I had to do a few different, what do you call them? Yeah, I had to go to a few different shops and do a few different things in a bigger town to where I live. So I bought some food while I was out, and then I also spent £5 from my beauty envelope. I can't remember exactly what I bought. Ah yes, I bought some shampoo, travel sized shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and I think toothpaste, ready for my holiday in January. And then lastly, the last spending was on the 10th. Was it the 10th? No, it was the 9th. Was it the 9th? I can't remember. I think it was the 10th. I realised one of my cats, bit TMI, I guess. My little cat, he has worms. Bless him. So yes, so on the 9th, I had to go and get deworming, like the spot on gel for my 3 big cats, and then I had to get the tablet for my kitten because he was too small for the spot on. I'm very grateful my mum did transfer me the money to cover the cost of that, because they are still her cats as well, but I'm very grateful for that. And then so on the 10th then I had to like deep clean the house, had to like strip my bed, wash I have a lot of blankets around that the cats like to sleep on, so I had to wash all of them. Yeah, so £10 was for the laundrette, so I didn't have any money left in my cash envelopes that I could pull from, so I had to take it from my house sinking fund, which is completely fine. So yeah, so he's feeling fine. He was sick. He's trying to climb up me, and there was a very big worm in it, bless him. So hopefully this will sort him out and he will be completely fine. So he's obviously gonna want to sleep there. You can't sleep there. But no, so he is completely fine. Yes, so that was that. So that was the excitement of Saturday, was do the last big sort in the garden before the weather turns and we can't do anything, and then deep cleaning the house and about a couple of different loads in the laundrette, which is fine. We do what we do for our pets. So now going in with my no spend stickers. So there will be quite a few no spend stickers on the first 3 days of the month because I was still on holiday. There was a no spend on the 4th. a no spend on the 5th. I don't count bills as spending because I have to pay bills. The 7th and the 9th. That was technically a spend, so that is that. Move that. I can move in now to my closeout for the week. So my income was £751 and 83 pence. I haven't saved any money this week. My total bills was £30 and 94 pence. My cash envelope spending was 146.66 and I stuffed 155, so that's not too bad. I had no buffer or unbudgeted spending, £10 of sinking fund spending and no business expenses, which brought my total spending to £187 and 60 pence. So I can move that to the side. My change for the week, I do have £6.51. It should be slightly more than that. It should be closer to, I think, the £9 mark. But when I was out, there was a homeless person, so I did buy them a coffee and a sandwich. So that's why it's a little bit less. That was just the change I had in my pocket, so that's why it's just a little bit less. But I'm obviously not going to account for that in any of my spending because it was just from the change. So from that £6.51, I'm going to cross off £3.26 and £3.25. And that is worked out really nicely for my £6.51, I have to say. So yeah, we're getting there really well. I counted, so how I normally work it is because I do quite often need pound coins, so for whether that's like the laundrette or something else. So I'll often, like I did when I took the £5 from my miscellaneous and the £5 from my beauty, I swapped out the notes for £10 coins to go down to the laundrette. So I do keep the just the notes in here, not in my big jars. And I had £95 just in notes. My silver jar is like halfway and my copper jar is about a third of the way full. So I definitely have like over £100 already, which is really good. And this is, I've crossed off the bonus square. So when I complete this, it'll be £670. And this is from Rainbow Budgets. Yeah, and it's just a really fun way of keep saving your change, really. Yeah, so I will definitely continue doing that. So I did mention one of my incomes, the £201.83 from my old job. I will be stuffing that £200 into different sinking funds. I'm not sure which ones yet. I'll be taking that money out of the bank later today because I do have to leave the house. So I will just go and do that from the cash point. And yeah, so I'll have a think and then I'll do another video on how I'm going to stuff that. I do want to wait and see if I do get any redundancy pay, because if I do, I'll want to stuff that as well. So I might do that all in one big video, but I'm going to take the money out so it's not just sitting in my bank account as a temptation. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching my video today. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please consider hitting that like button. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to leave me a comment, I do love reading all your comments. I hope you all have an amazing day. And if you want to keep up to date with my budgeting journey, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It would make my day. Thanks for watching. Bye.